Hello, my name's Bob Willis and welcome to Defect of the Month. Every month I try and provide an example of a particular defect and hopefully some solutions. And I've made over 100 different defect videos over the years, so hopefully one will solve one of your problems. Remember that if you like this video content, please subscribe to the channel. If you like this individual video, then just like it. And of course, please share it with some of your other engineering colleagues within your company. One of the important characteristics to consider when selecting a conformal coating process and materials is the effect on expansion and contraction of the material and the impact potentially on solder joints and solder joint connections. Whenever you're looking at conformal coating, to many companies it's a new technology, it's a new aspect, a new material to consider. So please talk to the suppliers so they fully understand the process you require and the requirements of the product, but more importantly, the characteristics of the materials you're going to be using and any other design criteria that you need to adopt. Coating, expansion and contraction can elongate solder joints if the coating is between the component and the surface of the PCB. Just think about the expansion characteristics of these 3 or 4 different combination of materials. Again, the supplier will be able to give you information specifically on the expansion coefficient of the material he's going to be using before and after curing. But it's up to you to make that decision and the evaluation to see that it's not actually going to cause you a problem during manufacture. We've seen some excellent examples, and I say excellent examples of defects because that's what my business is, looking at defects, of expansion of solder joints during temperature cycling of products, BGAs and others. So it's something to look out for. It may not necessarily cause a failure, but it's certainly going to go a long way to contributing to a failure in the future. And I've seen packages separate, I've seen packages actually lift the pads from the surface of the board, not just crack the solder joints where you've got the expansion coefficient incorrect. So it's all down to selection of the materials and making sure that decision is correctly made. Now, you can possibly prevent the materials entering underneath packages in very small spaces. So if you're looking at QFNs, traditional TSOPs, BGAs, any parts of those sort of configurations where capillary action can draw in conformal coating, even though you didn't perhaps mean it to go underneath, may then contribute to a problem. So you might decide to have a no-go area, coat everything else on the board but not that particular area, knowing that capillary action could take place. So again, talk to your suppliers. It's possible to put dam around the package to stop material flooding underneath and then causing you a problem in the future. With a lot of materials, when you're applying them perhaps by spray, you are unlikely to get the volume of material under many of these parts that then would expand and contract against the body and the PCB. So again, the process you use is also important. This is not a new problem because people were having problems back in the day with the introduction of coating materials on glass diodes. Certainly we've seen the issues on small LEDs and other electromechanical parts. So find out all the information, make sure you select a supplier and the correct materials, and think about thermal expansion and solder joint failure because of the use of conformal coating. Thank you very much for listening to Defect of the Month. Hopefully it's been useful and possibly you found a solution to one of your process problems. So just a reminder that if you want to listen to more Defect of the Month, subscribe to our channel. If you just like this individual video, then please like it. And of course share it with some of your colleagues in manufacture and in other companies. It all helps to bring information to both production and engineering staff. If this short introduction to this particular problem was of interest to you, then of course we can hopefully provide you a solution to aid you eliminate more process defects within the future. Finally, if you've got a defect and you'd like it covered in a future Defect of the Month, then let us know. Thank you very much.